Hi sweet friends, welcome back, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Amy and welcome. If you're looking for some cleaning motivation, you've definitely clicked on the right video today. I'll be using my fall cleaning checklist to get to all those areas that I only get to a couple times a year. As you can see, I'm starting first here in our master bedroom. I'm getting off all of our bedding and I want to start that in the laundry, and I also want to clean our bed skirt. I don't typically do this, only a couple times a year during the fall and the spring. So I'm going to get the help of my hubby Scott before he heads out to work to pull off the mattress so that I can get to that dust ruffle and we can get that started in the laundry. And since we removed the mattress, we're going to go ahead and rotate it, but we won't be able to put the mattress back on until Scott gets home from work and the dust ruffle is nice and clean and put back on. Another job that I like to get done in the fall is cleaning our ceiling fan in our vaulted family room. And since I'm up here, I have a tip for you. Go ahead and flip the switch on your fan motor. You want your fan in cooler months to run clockwise in direction and at the lowest speed. And this can even help you to reduce your utility bills. Next, I like to tackle our blinds in the fall. Now today I'm going to be using these metal tongs and wrapping a microfiber cloth around each end and securing it with a rubber band. This way you can run your tongs along each slat and get it super clean, if only for the time being. So let's go ahead and work on this and get a super arm workout also in the process.
I've been dreaming so much lately about your face when you're smiling. It's the only thing that saves me. Hey, I don't know if I told you that I think you're beautiful, and how I can't wait to hold you. Yeah, you pull me up when I'm falling down, and I don't know what.
As you can see, I'm also spraying the microfiber towels with my favorite all-purpose cleaner. And if you've been around a while, I bet you guessed it. Yep, it's the Mrs. Meyer's in the apple cider scent, which is perfect for fall. We still have lots of things to deep clean today, so I hope this video gives you tons of fall cleaning motivation. If you're enjoying today's video, I'd appreciate a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, I'd love if you hit that subscribe button.
I don't wanna be without you. This is something that I know.
We can go ahead and check off a few things from our fall cleaning checklist. Remember, I'll have it all typed out for you down in the description box, or you can just easily screenshot it and clean along with me. We're moving right along, and now we're going to hit some doors as well as some baseboards. And for the baseboards, I like to use just a wet microfiber cloth, and then I like to use dryer sheets. Now these are the ones that I got. They're just from Sam's. They're the Members Mark brand. And because they have the anti-static property, I really think that cuts down on the amount of dust as well as dog hair on the baseboard. So anything that I can use to decrease that, I'm going to give it a try. Let's get to work wiping down all the baseboards, moldings, and doors, and you'll have to give it a try and let me know what you think.
Look into my eyes, you can use them as a mirror. You're my ticket to paradise. Hey, now look into my eyes, you can use them as a mirror, baby. You're my ticket to paradise.
Today, I just want to let you know you are doing a great job. If you are here trying to get motivated to get up and make your house clean and more relaxing and peaceful for your family, or if you're looking for tips to make it easier and quicker so that you can spend time with your family, you are doing something that is going to really help your family to relax in this chaotic world that we are living in. God gives us the strength to work and to provide these things for our families. So be encouraged that you are doing a wonderful job. And if you're doing your best, forget the rest, because what you are doing is not going unnoticed. And this reminds me of Proverbs 31:27, where it says, "She looks well into the ways of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness." So just remember, all tasks get beautified if a loving hands do them. So whatever you're doing today, do it all for the love of your family. Now we can move on to wiping down the kitchen cabinets. And what I like to use is distilled white vinegar and water at about a 50-50 ratio with a couple drops of Dawn. And I really think that this solution is great for removing all the grease splatters and even the greasy residue from our fingers that tend to collect around your handles. Sometimes you'll see that greasy look there, and I think this is really great at taking that away. And as you can see, I have tons of cabinets. So what I like to do is just put it in a spray bottle and just go along and spray and wipe as I go. If there's a stubborn area, you can always spray it on there and let it sit, and that will take care of it as well. Now at first you will smell the vinegar, but it dissipates very quickly and you're just left with a nice clean scent, and the cabinets are going to feel so nice and smooth, and you're left with a really shiny, clean cabinet.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spread in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an endless maze. The emptiness had unfolded just like a void, but you broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. And ooh, I was done feeling hopeless, screamed out loud because it felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own. But you came around and removed the thorn in my soul. You guided me out of the storm. I found home in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold. It's funny how easily a life can be torn apart. Why couldn't I simply see that I was sick at heart and I am in deep debt? The climb we did was unreal. You made me so speechless. I just can't believe it. You broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. And ooh, I was my own enemy, screamed out loud because it felt impossible in my bones.
Another task that I like to do in the fall is to clean on the sides of our oven and also behind it. You're going to be super surprised when you pull out your oven. There's going to be lots of crumbs and drips. So I'll show you an up close look here at what ours is looking like. So I'm just going to grab that same solution that I cleaned the cabinets with and wipe down this side of the oven. Now to get into that crack, I'm also going to take a butter knife and wrap my cloth around there and really get in there and clean all that gunk that is hiding in that space.
I rise from the ashes, I heal from your passion. My doubts are gone. Oh, yeah. Felt impossible in my bones, like getting blood out of the stone on my own. But you came around and
Since the oven is already pulled out, it's a great idea to grab your vacuum and clean out those little vents. Sometimes they can get super dusty and that can hinder your performance of your oven. So I always like to do that once my oven is pulled out. Then I'm just going to give the sides of the cabinet a good wipe down, again with that same solution, and just get this nice and clean before I push the oven back. Back to our fall cleaning checklist, we're able to check off a few items. We wiped down the baseboards and the doors, we washed the kitchen cabinets, and we also cleaned behind and the sides of the oven. So now let's work on cleaning one of the most disgusting things, which is that disposal guard. So the solution I like to use is, again, white vinegar with a little bit of Dawn, an old toothbrush for lots of scrubbing, and definitely you'll want to wear your gloves for this disgusting task. Look at that, disgusting. I warned you, you might want to look away. But after you have gotten over the queasy stomach, it's time to give that disgusting disposal guard a good clean. So using an old toothbrush, I like to just really scrub it nice and clean, dump out the solution, and reapply that vinegar and Dawn detergent. Let it sit, and while that is sitting for a while, you can go ahead and hit your drain down in there with your toothbrush and get even more disgusting residue removed. Believe me, your kitchen sink is going to thank you. So now that unpleasant task is finished, I always follow up by scrubbing down my sink. So the cleaner that I'll be using today is one of my favorites. It's the Mrs. Meyer's Baking Soda Cream Cleanser. I really love to use that and a sponge and just really clean and scrub the sink really good. And I tend to use a lot of water to help remove that baking soda, because if you just spray it off, it tends to leave a baking soda residue. But if you get all that off, it's going to leave your sink really shiny and clean. So let's work on getting this done, and then we'll move on to the next item on our fall cleaning checklist.
Hold up just a minute. Been looking for some help just to find myself. Yeah. Been losing my focus like 1,000 times before. Can't take this anymore. 'Cause I've been looking for something to change thoughts into motion. Been waiting way too long. Yeah, waiting just for somebody to love and to surround me and to handle my emotions. I was out waiting for something, and if I close my eyes, it's all been a waste of time. I was out driving every mile.
Moving right along, let's talk about our return vents, or vents in particular. Now, I'm guilty of this myself. I typically don't get to this very often, and so this is one of those jobs that I like to at least do twice a year. So I'm just taking a butter knife with a microfiber cloth wrapped around it and going in and out of all of those slats just to make sure it's nice and clean. You'll have to let me know if this is one of those areas that you often forget to clean too.
Lately I've been fading out, holding out. Waiting just for somebody to love and to surround me.
Another important thing to do in the fall is to replace your batteries in your smoke detectors. So I always have this on my fall cleaning checklist. That way I'll just quickly change the batteries so that we're protected and safe for another 6 months till I have to do it again in the spring. So this is just a friendly reminder to also go ahead and change yours out as well.
Waste of time. It's all been a waste of time. Waste of time. Waste of time.
We are checking things off left and right, and now it's time to move on to our family room. And what I like to do is rotate the couch cushions. And while I'm doing that, and since they're off, I always like to vacuum underneath, and it's always a surprise to see what might be hiding in between those cushions. And on this specific occasion, there was a little bit of almonds and I think a paper clip, as well as some popcorn. And here in a second, you're going to see how Nyla sneaks up to take a lick of the salt residue, I think from the almonds. So that's what she's doing while I go ahead and clean. And then another tip that I like to do is grab the crevice tool for my vacuum. And in order to get behind the couch cushion there, I step down on the spring, allowing me to get even down in deeper in that crevice to really get out any dust and debris and crumbs that might be hiding under there. And like I said, you never know what you might find hiding in the cushions. And there was an iPhone cable, so that will come in handy. Glad that I found that. So I'll just go ahead and clean up our love seat, and then we can move on to the next item. So I definitely had to keep this shot in. Nyla is super tired from all this working as well as we are. So thank goodness there's only a few more items on our fall cleaning checklist that we need to complete, and then we can call it a day. Now that Scott is home from work, he can help me out, and he's typically the one who changes out our home filter. So we're just going to replace this and just look at the difference in the old and the new filter. This has probably been 6 months since we changed it last, so definitely if you haven't did that in a while, that's something that you need to do, and try to do it maybe seasonally so you can remember to change it out. It only takes a few seconds to replace, and hopefully it'll even cut down on the amount of dust that's circulating through the house. So last but not least, now that the dust ruffle has been cleaned, ironed, and put back on the bed, it's time to rotate our mattress and check the last item off of our fall cleaning list. Now, if you've been cleaning along with me, congratulations, we've made it to the end. Or if you plan to do a fall cleaning, keep in mind that this usually takes me a week to complete, but for the video purposes, I'm only showing you small clips. I hope that you enjoyed today's video and that it motivated you, and I also hope that it gave you an idea of what I do for fall cleaning and that the checklist is helpful for you to use for your fall cleaning. I thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope to see you in my next one. Take care and God bless, friends. Bye.